All right, here we are getting defensive again, taking a look at the Wisconsin defense versus Ohio State from this past weekend. So, like with my last defensive videos, I'm not going to be focusing too much here on X's and O's, player management, etc. I'm going to be focusing more on the fundamentals and looking at what we can do to improve uh, in terms of that aspect of the game here against Ohio State. Best offense we're going to face all year. Big challenge. Defense has been much maligned all season. But again, is it really as bad as people think? Let's take a look. Here we go. So, first and 10. Here we're in the 2-4 personnel. Ohio State, 11 personnel. Split flow inside zone. Just going to say here, real quick, as we're watching this, when we're talking about our running backs being NFL caliber, just keep your eye on this kid through the whole game and ask yourself, are we on the same level as him? But regardless, let's take a look here. Let's look at the run fit. Okay, so we got caught in a cross blitz here. Not much we could do. So this backside A gap or B gap looks like needs to be filled since they're sending A and B on the front side. That needs to be filled by the safety on this side. So that would be here. I mean, Latu jumps over the top because they're running some kind of bracket coverage over here. So this would actually have to be Waller coming down. A little bit hesitant coming down. And I can see why, given the receivers that he's going to have to face all day. So here we go. 2nd and 1. Same personnel. There we go. Get the nice creeper blitz here by Hunter. Okay, not even a creeper blitz. He's already down in the box. He's just going open up. Probably a green dog blitz here. Okay, back goes away. We go. Nice job creating pressure. Okay, 3rd and 1. Okay, 3-4 personnel now. Trying to get low. They're just body for body. Okay, let's look inside. Especially Gio. Gio's too high coming out of his stance. Okay, his pad level has to stay below Hinsman at all times and make the ball carrier, in this case, have to go over the top and not just tuck in behind. Okay, so Gio's got to get lower. The other D tackles need to get lower as well. Here we go, 1st down. Okay, pass. Okay, to you, this is a couple seconds later. To me, it's over an hour. So I've been sitting here listening, waiting for the stupid floor buffing, sanding, whatever the heck was going on in the background to at least calm down to a dull roar so we can try to get this video finished. All right, so here we go. Let's look at this play again. Ohio State's in 3-by-1. Still in man here at this part of the game. And Rico's just playing off. That's a loose man. He's got his eyes inside in the backfield, probably here to start. Reading the drop of the QB. Once the QB continues on to 3 steps, he gets his eyes inside to his receiver. So read steps quick, not there. Okay, find my guy. By that point, we're 10 yards downfield, and he puts the ball in a spot where only his guy can get it. Not much we could do about that when we're playing that far off. So 1st and 10. Got a little motion here. I actually kind of like that little behind the back outside zone they're running here. Let's look at the run fit here. So again, outside zone, with these defenders here, we're going to look at these 3, and then we'll build from there. Okay, run read should be here for Hunter. If he gets wide, he should be thinking coming straight up field, become the force player. Then he becomes the pivot man for the man over him and the man inside. Okay, inside here, got Chaney. He's reading the guard. Guard opens. He wants to become a downhill towards the edge and then working inside out over Hunter. Muma is going to be working cut back, so he's going to be coming downhill, but he's trying to take the angle to the widest point, which would be Hunter, and then reading cut back. That's how we should be doing it. It's going to be interesting to see why CJ's got his eyes back, probably communicating here coverage-wise, which causes him to be a little bit late, but not a big deal because CJ's the end guy there. Okay, not a terrible track. I'd just like to see Muma get a little more aggressive into that gap right there. Okay, he kind of gets bottled up a little bit, but he sees it correctly. Hunter, how do we do? Not terrible, gets his inside arm trapped. We don't want to get that. We want to steering wheel this guy. We don't really get that. We allowed him to get his hand on the back. That's not that great. Okay, Cheney, not terrible. Okay, the angle's good. His contact on the line, the tight end there is not bad. Just got to win the battle a little bit. Okay, and I think here Daryl Peterson's disengagement actually hurts him a little bit because he separates backwards instead of separating lateral, and that actually causes him to run into Muma. And that's what kind of springs this. Muma does come out and finish it, though. So it could be worse. 2nd and 5. Okay, we got a blitz on. Okay, nice job by the front here. D tackles holding up our offensive linemen, forcing the double teams, splitting the double team. That's actually a pretty good job by Barton there. Okay, good hands. Okay, nice job by Gio here to dig out his guard. Fight through inside. He's shooting inside because he has a blitz coming from the outside. Okay, not bad. This is actually a pretty good rep. And that's a nice open field tackle there by Maitre. And he's playing off, coming from level, getting downhill. That's actually a really good tackle. Good. Okay. 3rd and 3. Okay. So we're going to get caught in a pretty bad situation here. We never want to see this with a linebacker out this far, but that is what we get. Luckily, State's got their eyes on a singular target. So what they're trying to do is they're trying to spread us out here to try to create a better one-on-one matchup back over here. Okay. And, I mean, they got what they want. They've got Harrison matched up on the boundary corner, not on Rico. We're probably going to play out some kind of high-low over here. Yeah, so, and that's what we're doing. We're going to play high-low inside, and that's going to allow Forkreen a little bit more space. And he knows he has a little bit of cushion help behind him just in case. Again, they're bracketing inside, so he's not going to get a lot, but he gets something. And again, we'll look at this one time. Let's look at Forkreen's technique. Not bad. Good jam. Using the sideline as help. Okay, forcing a wide release. He's already at the top of the bottom of the number, so he doesn't have much space going to the sideline. That's actually not bad. Good. Here we go. Moving on. 4th and 3. Okay, showing it, dropping out. Got a timeout. Okay, so I like this pressure we're showing here. This is something we talked about last week on Coach's Corner about what Mike Tressel's got to do to help his team, and that is, again, designing good pressure. So we're showing the double A-gap blitz here. We drop out, and then we bring a creeper blitz inside one of those gaps that we just caused. And okay, so that's nice. Okay, unfortunately, we got a timeout. See, we come out here. Okay, moving around, trying to hide Latu, showing a 4-wide blitz at the top of the screen. CJ getting home. Okay, and this is a nice job here. Ohio State, I don't think really recognizes the blitz out here. I and for the life of me, I don't know how, but we're showing a 4 wide blitz here. Okay, so we got 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, we got potentially a 4 wide blitz over here. We're probably not going to do it with trips, but so I like this going away. So showing 4 wide away from the trips. Okay, our man's over here. So we know the eyes aren't going to be going there. They want to come quick out here because they think they can catch us. But we're already bracketing high-low. So we're going to be able to take care of this if they try to get outside. But then Getz just dips the shoulder and gets underneath this right tackle. Okay, nice job. Okay, and again, this just showing the pressure because Latu peels. They only brought, and it was a late blitz. And I think this is probably a green dog here for Kamoy. As soon as he sees Henderson peel, he's got to take off. But just because we shown it, that adjusts the protection. And then CJ gets that extra step on the outside caused by having that extra pressure. Look inside. Turnover. Didn't last long, though, because the offense fumbled it. All right, back out here, next drive. Okay, Ohio State 2x2. Okay, split flow. A little more downhill with their split flow. It's an interesting look. When we run our split flow, it's more lateral. This is a little bit more downhill, more toward the B gap. Are they running wham here? No, not wham. Just a little more patient. Okay, box. We're in an under, or sorry, over to the field. A little bit late reaction by Kurt Neal. When you're in a 4-point stance and you're late, it's not what we want because it's easy to deflect you. You got to be able to hit that right on the snap. Okay, front half. Let's look at the run fit. Okay, again, they caught us in a cross blitz. Not much we can do here. So with Neal being late, he's supposed to be that A-gap defender. And they're crossing A to B on the front half. And so Neal's supposed to be the A-gap defender on the backside. He's not there. Not a bad job there by Forkering to get in there in the run fit. Not expecting a corner to get inside. This is good read. Good eyes. Even though they're a man, they see it. Okay, no, they're not a man over here. They're bracketing. So they're going to play high-low here. And that allows him to keep his eyes in the backfield. As soon as he runs, he goes. Okay, so that's coverage down here. So they're bracketing high-low over here. And this is probably some variation of 4 or similar over there. They're just inverting it. All right. The next play here, 2nd and 5. Okay. The counter off of that orbit outside zone action. Again, I really like this. I'm stealing this for next year. I don't care. Okay, so let's look at the run fit. Okay, so GH lead. So we're getting down blocks, down, down, down. We're going to get a pull kick. We're going to get a pull lead. Okay, guard here, reading the pull. We're tracking the level of the pull. Down blocks here, we should be coming straight downhill here. We get support over the top. That's how we should be fitting it. Let's see if that is how we fit it. Kind of. Okay, Muma is a little out of control here. He's got to hit that fullback, or the H back. He's got to hit that with hands, 3 points of contact. Okay, the hands, the forearms, face mask instead of just throwing a shoulder, because that's how you get deflected. And that's exactly what happened. Chaney needs to recognize what he sees. And I don't know what he sees because he's just dancing. Not that he would have really been in the fit any better. That's got to be Muma's hit and cause it to bounce. And I'd like to see maybe Getz there and wrong arm this instead of just swipe around. He could have maybe sat down. But it is what it is. 3rd and 1. Okay, so they're trying to run some kind of mesh rail. That's tough. That's tough, and it's a good call. It's a good call by Ohio State. Okay, so they're gonna run mesh in here, basically a pick. And Moomin doesn't help himself by bad run read steps here. But this is how the defense picks themselves. It's when you play press man, you just allow them to run into each other, and then you cause the pick. Again, not much Muma could do here. Okay, and Hunter, I don't know why he's playing 12 yards deep on a short yardage situation. Probably because they're worried about this little arrow route that we have at the top of the screen, but not much you can do. Pass coverage of linebackers is going to be something we struggle with these two middle linebacker types. All right, 1st and 10. Ohio State spreading out a little bit. Okay, Rico, it's a pretty good job out there. So they're playing loose. Get a coverage indicator. Now we're running man. Just running man straight up. Okay, Rico does a pretty good job here in his back pedal, staying square. Okay, not getting beat by the double move. It's a really good job. Good feet. Good feet. How are we looking inside? Okay, so we send a blitz. Get a little bit of pressure. Not much. Nothing to affect the play. Moving on. Okay, 2nd and 10. Okay, orbit motion again. Now we're going to run the outside zone. We stretch it out. Okay, someone missing in the fit. Okay, let's come back and take a look. Okay, so we're in 3-4 personnel right now. So this changes the fit a little bit. Okay, so outside linebacker here. He becomes the force player making the read off of here. We get outside. We want to think we're coming downhill. We want to control this shoulder, okay, and force either the bounce out or the cut back. Safety over the top. We're reading here inside out. And then inside, it's the same reads before. We get outside release. We want to be coming downhill at the pivot. Work inside out. Backside, we get outside. We track, and we look for cutback. All right, so let's see where we go wrong in the fit. Okay. I think we're just a little bit too slow at the front half. How are we doing here at outside linebacker at the top of the screen? Little delay step in our read step. And the thing here is we want to engage, not just control the shoulder. Because we have a shoulder, or we did for a second, we just get walled off. So when we get walled off here, okay, that's lane indicator here for the inside backer. Inside backer's got to get there. Muma's on a decent track. Getting a little bit wide. Turner gets picked up, and that's what springs it. Okay, so we lose the edge here. A little bit delayed in our read step. Don't control with the inside arm. And everything falls into place for Ohio State behind it. Okay, 1st and 10. 3-by-1, nub. Okay, running the hitch, I think. Did this get tipped in the line? It's a little bit of a looping throw. No, just a looper, just trying to get it over the rushing outside linebacker. Okay. Taking a look. Again, we're playing 10 yards off here at the top of the screen. So to be able to get downhill and turn this into a short gain is not the worst thing in the world. So we're being active in the box. We're playing passive outside to control to force the offense into bad situations. Unfortunately, with the blitz we had inside, we didn't really get anything. But 2nd and 5, it could be a lot worse. All right, so they move Harrison around a lot just to try to get him isolated. All right, GT. Okay, this actually hit pretty good. Let's see. Okay, so again, so they're basically running trap here. Short power. And Rodas is just too big coming out of his stance. It's a weird way to put it. But what I mean is he's just being unathletic here, getting out of his stance. Okay, because he needs to be able to be under control here and wrong arm this first puller. We don't get that. Okay, now linebackers, we fit this one pretty good. Okay, so Turner sees the down block here and he gets downhill. That's good. I like that. Doesn't make the tackle, but he fits the gap. How we get the flow over the top. So Turner should be coming downhill. Muma should be fitting. Muma got picked up by the down block. I'd like to see him be a little bit more aggressive. Not bad. Okay, it couldn't be not that terrible. Okay, so interior does a pretty good job here. I'll give him that. Let's see. Yeah. Gio, that's a really good job by Gio there, standing up. The interior. Really good job. Take one more look at this. Okay. Good fit. Good fit. And a nice job by Alexander Smith coming off the backside. And I don't think this is a corner. Yeah, this is a corner blitz. He's going all the way. So Hunter's got that tight end. Pretty good. Good design. Okay, 3rd and 5. Okay, so again, they're going to try to catch us here. Spreading out. Basically the same play they ran last time in this situation. So we're playing off. We're playing loose. Okay, bring 4. We get pressure with 4. I like this. We get a late drop. Not even a late, just a good drop to help get underneath. And then Rico's just doing a good job playing man-to-man. So playing loose man, bring the inside backer. Nice inside move there by Muma to get off. And we stop him. Okay, next series. So again, we're running the around the way motion. Stop it up. Play through the hands. Okay, so let's look at this coverage-wise. So help here by Kamoy. We see the motion. We turn with it. Outside. A little bit trailing. But good job of Kamoy coming over the top and helping out. And you can see those edge outside guys here down at the top of the screen are a little hesitant because they've gotten beaten by this a couple times. So they have to kind of wait to see what they see. And yeah, a little bit late. But good job by Kamoy over here helping over the top. All right, coming back. 2nd down. Inside zone. Again, are they running wham inside zone or are they just running split flow? Split flow, okay. CJ Getz, doing a really good job of coming off the ball. Because I think they're running a little bit of a cross stunt. Yep, that's exactly what they're doing. Okay, so Rodas is going to work out. CJ is going to come in, and we're going to fit over the top. Again, all this kind of movement he's doing, it is real hard to square up. So the fact that he doesn't make the tackle here, while regrettable, is not the end of the world. Okay, flow over the top. We're hesitant here. We got to be fitting downhill. And we're hesitant here. So box players wise, inside linebackers, we've got to come downhill faster. Luckily, we have DBs over the top who are pretty good at filling. All right, 3rd and 6. Taking a shot. Okay, that's the best receiver in the country making a play. Let's see how they do it. Slot fade. Okay, Maitre kind of looking back a little bit too much, a little bit too often on this. Just work. Hands go up, play through the hands. Now he's in good position, but Harrison has just much better ball skills, knowing how to place himself between himself and the QB. And he knew this is where they were going. And it's not as simple as just saying that Rico follows him no matter where he is in the formation. That completely changes the defense. So this is Ohio State being smart and trying to isolate their best receiver on a wrong defender. Okay, 1st and 10. Motion. Moving across. I think we get a false start here. We get offside. We get offside. Gio being a little bit too aggressive, and he got pulled out. All right, here we go. 1st and 5. Bringing 4. Trying to hit the rail route again. Move the running back out in the slot. And again, that's a terrible matchup. They're going to run a rub here. And we're lucky he drops this. Running back to the short side of the field. And they're trying to bracket him here. I'd like to see CJ work wider because he's got to get underneath the number 2 receiver. And then Chaney just gets caught with flat feet. So we get lucky there. Okay, 2nd and 5. Orbit motion. GT. Okay, fit it pretty good. Just got to make the tackle. So 3-4 personnel. Okay. I mean, Turner fits this all right. He's just got to finish. See it? Get upfield, get upfield, get upfield. Okay, not bad. Just got to finish. Mooma's there too. Outside, line-wise, to see do we fit this okay. Petrowski does a pretty good job stoning his guard, and it allows him to come off and at least help. I mean, that's better than what we've seen in the outside linebackers and DNs so far on this particular play. But just got to finish. Execute. All right, 3rd and 1. Ohio State coming out in heavy personnel. And we stone it. So let's look in here. Okay, so the big difference here. We see how incredibly low Gio is. That's way better. He definitely got a talking to the last time. But submarining this to give the linebackers vision and clarity of where the ball is and allows Muma just coming across like a kamikaze. Really good. Active feet. Yes. Guard to guard, he's a pretty good inside linebacker. Okay, we're going to see it again from the top view. Okay, it's all caused by this. Okay, Gio essentially cut blocking inside. And that allows, there's nobody here to pick him up. One of these two would have been going there, probably the center, given the angles we're looking at here. And that allows Muma to come through. Okay, and a pretty good job there by James Thompson as well, getting underneath the tight end. Good hands, good separation. Awesome job. Best rep of the day so far. Okay. And did we I forgot we fumbled this one away? No. Oh, sorry. This was the excessive celebration by Gio here. Let's take a look at this real quick and we'll come back. As ticky-tack foul as you might think, the fact that he flexed over him for a millisecond is all that it takes. Stupid. Stupid that it's a penalty. Stupid to actually do it. All right, so 1st and goal now. Okay, play action, forcing it wide, and we get the turnover. Preston's Ackman. Okay, so let's take a look at coverage-wise. So his eyes are probably here when the tight end sticks in. So now he basically becomes free. He's not the flat defender. That would be Peterson. Allows him to just follow the QB's eyes and stay in the hooked curl zone. Okay, probably getting communication from inside here that there's a crosser coming. All right, good level. Thinking about natural levels on crossing plays in this situation. We're always thinking there's going to be somebody coming to the back pylon and someone coming to the front pylon. So he's making sure that he doesn't get himself too deep so something can't come underneath him. All right, so this is good field awareness. And that's exactly what they're working. Back downhill to the pylon. Great job. Let's look at this one more time. Okay, Enrico does a pretty good job beating up Harrison up at the top, so they have to go to the number 2 option. Great. All right, here we go. Second quarter. Wisconsin versus Ohio State. Let's get started. Full disclosure, this is the second time I'm recording this because I forgot to have the recording software open for the second quarter. I feel really stupid. Let's see if we can do this better the second time. Okay, Ohio State's coming out in 3-by-1. We see something in front, so we're going to make an adjustment here. What do they see? Okay, so we run in, just running inside zone downhill. So I think what they're seeing here, we'll pause it when we get up to the front. So we get here. I think what they're seeing here, this alignment, they're expecting the slant and a fit in here. And as long as they pick this up, there's no help going over the top. Because they know Muma's here, he's going to be flowing outside based on the flow of the offensive line and by the initial takeoff of the back. But this cross gives us the cutback lane, and it's wide open. I mean, wide open. Now, full disclosure here, man, that's not even the right way to say it, but this play is probably stopped for a 2-3 yard gain, but Ohio State gets a fantastic block by the umpire right there. I think Hunter fills that, and that might have been the risk that the Badgers were taking, that Hunter was going to be coming from level to fill the backside in case this opened up. So, nice block there by the umpire. Okay, first down. Shifting into a 2-back set here. Going to run a little misdirection. Hit the back in the flat. Pretty sure. I think Maitre got held there, but not bad. Stringing it out, fighting through it at least. If you're getting held, make sure everyone in the stadium knows you're getting held. And at least he does that. Yeah, that's pretty close. Depends on how much they see that jersey tugging. Okay, 2nd and 9. Okay, a little quick motion in here. Again, they're trying to isolate Harrison here. So I'm guessing they're running here, and they're going to run it again later. They run this quite a few times. This is Ohio State's version of the West Coast Shanahan-McVay style Yankee play. So we play action. It's got a runoff here, and then basically going to set a post or a crosser here at the off defender, the safety most likely in this case. And whoever the safety picks is wrong. But I think they do a pretty good job of having that off defender there to force the check out. Now, we get caught a little bit here where I don't think we know who the flat defender is, because we have both the inside backer and the safety, the down safety, reacting to drop to the seam curl flat, and nobody drops to the flat. So miscommunication there, but better coverage over the top. All right, QB sneak here. And again, the reason why is that this works and why in a similar situation earlier we did better is Gio's head is way too high, so he just gets walked straight back. Because when you're running QB sneak or wedge or anything like this, we're basically trying to get the pressure, three guys pressuring right down the center. That's where or on the nose tackle. That's where the crease comes. So we've got to submarine this. That's the easiest way to put it. So we don't get that pressure and that push. We got to stall the push by stopping it. Because the offensive lineman, all their momentum is down. So if you cut in the middle and essentially create a pile, you allow the linebackers to get over the top. And that's what we definitely didn't get here because Muma just gets obliterated. And so does Chaney. All right. 1st and 10. Motion, they're in 12 personnel here. Okay, so they're just running kind of a levels concept here. Okay, so they're running a dig, and a curl here from the two tight ends. And you just kind of get caught in a position where we don't have very good pass dropping linebackers. Let's be honest. Our outside linebackers didn't really learn how to drop back, and inside backers not much better. So they just find the soft spot. You have the receivers take the top half of this off, and you just find the space in between. Okay. Adjusting here. Going to run double wing kind of set. Okay, split flow. Okay, Hunter does a pretty good job getting downhill on this. He's blitzing. And again, this is a common theme with our linebackers. It's just they're not in very good athletic positions when they make contact with the defenders, or the blockers and the running back. We're either standing too tall, our feet are moving too slow, and that's kind of what we get caught here. I mean, Chaney takes forever to figure out where he's going, and with a more one-gap scheme, you would think it would be easier. And we look at the offensive line for the initial flow, but then you find the back. Okay, downhill, find the ball, go get it. Yep, it's everything a little bit too late. Okay, 2nd and 6. Okay, beautiful play design. We're just going to say that first. Okay, and the issue here is it doesn't matter who this guy is. You are asking him to do a lot. So what they are running here is they're running these two tight ends across on essentially they're walling off the defenders, and they're running off of the receiver at the top of the screen. Everything is running across here to open up either the rail route, which again is taking even more of that half off, and then running Harrison underneath. Okay, we're expecting, and we're getting collision here. We're getting collision here. We're getting a linebacker who's worried as hell that this running back is going to beat us to the corner. And all this rubs to allow our star wide receiver to come through. And it doesn't matter who this is covering him. Forkerine does what he can. But he has to run not only through two receivers, but through about 5 of our defenders to stick with him. There's nothing he could do here. And he's not fast enough, and neither is Rico, to just try to press him and get in his hip pocket and run with him across the field. You open up to all sorts of problems with that. The best thing that you can hope for here is if Turner recognizes this, instead of blowing up the tight end coming across, he's blowing up Harrison. But it's hard to tell him to not hit the first guy that comes across his face when he's told to redirect. Not a lot you can do there. So 10-0 Ohio State. We're going to run the behind the back, outside zone. Okay, so we're in dollar personnel here. So this puts a lot of pressure on the nickel, especially when our outside linebacker here is down in a 3-point stance, or 4-point stance, really, that he becomes the force player. And that's asking a lot. And Hunter is, again, I think he's running on a delay blitz here by his angle because he's attacking inside, and then once he sees it, he comes out. So he can't be the force player. This has got to be Maitre. And he does okay. Now, I'll give Maitre a little bit here. As he comes down, 17 gets that hand a little bit around his waist. And that definitely turns his shoulders. But I think we got to come downhill a little bit better. I'd also like to see maybe Cheney here fit this a little bit more here and maybe get in this angle there. Maybe. Again, that might be asking too much. All right, 2nd and 2. 3-by-1. Okay, still in the dollar personnel. Gio's got to get himself reset. Again, I think he's worrying a little bit too much about the slant and not worrying enough about being under control. He's too excited, dips his shoulder, and he just runs himself out of the play. And Hinsman does a pretty good job, a sneaky little thing that centers do on cuts. He's just stepping through his block and falling down. He totally did that on purpose. Okay, perfectly illegal too. Flow from the linebackers over the top. Again, I don't know what Turner's waiting for. You're not going to get an engraved invitation. Nothing here indicates anything other than go get the ball. Your guard turns, get downhill, get downhill, get downhill, get downhill. I mean, stops him for a 3-yard gain, but it's 2nd and 2. All right, 1st and 10. They're in their empty look, trying to go to a quick screen here. We just drop it. We just drop it. Okay, 2-by-2. Split flow, RPO. Okay, and this is a 3rd level RPO. So we're not reading a linebacker here, we're reading the safety. Okay, single high over the top. And he's even coming down too, so this makes it even easier. That here, we read how he triggers. And then and we've got bodies to pick it up. Because anything that's coming from level, we have plenty of time to wait for it. So we stick it in the belly. We already see we're coming downhill. We see the space back here. That's a long way for Hunter to have to go. Perfect spot. Do we fit this wrong? No, we're being aggressive. It's just a great call. Okay, play action off of the behind the back outside zone, and this is that Yankee concept again. And we do a better job of coming downhill and identifying a flat defender. Okay, so we're probably running a variation of 1, 2, 3. This is probably cover 3. I can't see the extra safety exactly how they're coming downhill off of it. But they do a pretty good job on the back half. We just need to make that tackle. Forkreen's got to use the sideline as his help here and attack the inside of Henderson, not the outside. Because if you miss outside, you have no help. You miss inside, you hopefully get him to push out of bounds. All right, so we're shifting here. We're probably in their empty 3-by-2. Okay, just run a stretch. Inside zone, outside zone, can't tell. Take a look at it again. Yeah, inside zone. All right, so again, inside backers here. I think, again, we're waiting for the engraved invitation. Slide it. Wait. Go get it. Go get it. No, I believe it's this Rodas who gets a slip here. Again, not bad. Again, keep saying again. I gotta stop saying again so much. Again, gotta be under control. For unblocked is usually for a reason. And if not, we got to be able to sit down there and find the football. But we're just too aggressive, too aggressive. When we're that big, turning around is not going to be easy. All right, 1st and 10. Okay, so we had a shift. False start. Okay, 3-by-1, trying to isolate at the top of the screen. That's what they're looking for. Okay, so again, it's another variation of that Yankee concept where we're running crosser, and we're trying to bring Harrison underneath, but we're just sitting back in zone, and we got everybody we need back there. So, this is a great man killer, and this is a great aggressive safety killer, but we're so worried about getting beat over the top. This is actually not a very good play to run against it. And this is like the third variation of this same concept that they've ran. Now we've adjusted the coverage, and we get in a better position. Okay, so hopefully I recorded this time. And that will be the end of the second quarter and the end of the first half of Wisconsin versus Ohio State. Pretty solid first half, all things considered. Holding Ohio State to 10 points, getting some turnovers, making some plays. We're doing the best with what we got. I think that's the best way to put our defense this year. There are still holes, and there are still talent problems that we need to work through. But we're moving in the right direction defensively. Every week, I feel that we're making strides. We just need to keep getting better. All right, so we'll come back next time with the second half of Wisconsin versus Ohio State from a defensive point of view. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you then.